beginning in mountain pose at the top of your mat. Take your eyes down towards the feet, lift the toes up off the ground, spread them out as wide as possible, and then release the toes down one by one, bringing the big toes to touch. The heels can be slightly apart. Gazing forward, close the eyes as we travel through the body. So starting at the feet, feeling all four corners of your feet rooted to the ground. From there, moving up the legs, lifting up the kneecaps, engaging the thigh muscles. Send the tailbone straight down towards the earth, lengthening out the low back. At the perineum, squeezing and drawing up the pelvic floor, where the Mula Bandha, your root lock, lies. Further up from there, drawing the navel back towards the spine and pulling up, your abdominal lock engaged, Uddiyana Bandha. The chest lifts, the shoulders move down the back, reaching down through your fingertips, feeling the neck, each side stretch and elongate. Feel the back of the neck also lengthen as you engage your final lock, Jalandhara Bandha, drawing the chin slightly in and down. Gently opening the eyes, finding that one pointed focus, Ekagrata. Tuning into the sound of your Ujjayi Pranayam, victorious breath as we breathe in and out through the nose only, engaging the glottis muscle at the back of the throat, which will help to lengthen, deepen and sharpen your breath. Inhale, exhale. Continuing a smooth, steady breath all the way in and all the way out, creating a breath that is the same length and same strength from start to finish, both on the inhale and the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, completely engaging all three locks, all three bandhas. Next inhale, raise the arms straight up towards the sky. Follow the palms with your gaze. Exhale, swan diving down towards the earth. Allow the head to hang, the shoulders to lift. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips in line with the toes, or place the palms on the shins. Exhale, hands down. Bend the knees as you step the right leg, then the left leg into high plank. Modified chaturanga, lower the knees to the ground, keep the elbows close to the ribs as we come all the way down onto the belly. Release the toes, inhaling, cobra pose, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press the pubic bone and toenails into the mat. Lower down, press back onto the knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here, checking your alignment of your Adho Mukha Svanasana, where the hands are shoulder width apart, index finger pointing forward, all 10 fingers, knuckles and thumb pads rooted down onto the ground. Press the hands forward, lengthening up through the arm bones, and wrap the shoulders, creating space between the shoulder blades. Head is heavy, you can gently shake the head out yes and no, releasing any tension in the neck. Lift the hips high and lift up the kneecaps also, keeping the front of the legs engaged, and send the heels down, so stretching the backs of your legs. On your next inhale, gaze between the thumbs, lift the heels high. Exhale, lightly step the right leg, then the left foot forward. Feet together as you rise into Ardha Uttanasana, your half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Arms rise all the way up towards the sky, lifting the energy. And exhale, take that energy to your heart, Samastiti. Inhale, arms rise, up towards the sky. Swan dive it down, coming down with a nice flat back. Halfway lift, inhale, keeping the chin locked. Exhale, bend the knees, step the left leg back, then the right leg. You can modify your chaturanga or lower just halfway down. Flip the feet, lifting into Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, gaze between the thumbs, lift the heels high. Exhale, step the left leg, then the right leg forward. Inhale, halfway lift, spine concave, shoulders move back. Exhale, use the core muscles to draw the chest towards the thighs. Inhale, arms lift towards the sky, send the tailbone down so you're not compressing the low back. Exhale, hands down, the center line. Inhale, arms rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, coming into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend the knees. You can step or jump back into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Again, checking that your breath is even and steady. You're not being greedy on the inhale or forcing out the exhale. The breath is smooth and balanced. Your awareness with your body, your awareness with your breath. And on your 5th inhale, gaze forward, lift the heels. Exhale, lightly jump or step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. There's some holes in the wood here, so I'm a bit cautious. Exhale, forward fold. On the jumps, arms rise up, inhale. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms rise. Feeling the body warm up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, jump or step back. Chaturanga, soft elbows, lift into up dog and back into downward facing dog. As you do your 5 breaths here with your Ujjayi breath, feeling that those bandhas are engaged. So each time you exhale, you can reinforce Mula Bandha, the root lock, squeezing and drawing up at the perineum. Uddiyana Bandha at the navel, drawing the navel back towards the spine and up. And Jalandhara Bandha, keeping your gaze towards the navel will help to maintain your chin lock here. Breath guiding you through these movements. On the next inhale, gaze forward, lift those heels, press into the fingers. As you exhale, lightly jump or step forward. Lengthen, expand on the inhale, and release, let go on the exhale. Sweep the arms up, feel the ribs separating. Exhale, take the energy from the hands to your heart. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale, Ekam. Inhale. Exhale, Dvi. Inhale. Exhale, Trini. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturga. Inhale, gazing forward, lift the heels. Exhaling, Pancha. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, active fold, press the hands into the earth. Inhale, arms lift towards the sky. And exhale, hands to your heart, Samastiti. Moving on to our sun salutation, Surya Namaskara B. Inhale, sweeping the arms, bending the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, jump or step back into Chaturanga. Lift into up dog, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhale, downward facing dog, turning the left heel as you inhale, lunge the right leg forward, right knee over the ankle. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. So all on one exhale, lowering. Flow with the inhale into up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, left side. Inhale, left leg lunges forward. Keep the hips square, facing forward. Exhale, hands come down. Turn on the right heel, lower. Lift into up dog and release back into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Using this time in downward facing dog to reconnect to the breath if you feel that you might have a shortage of breath, just using this time now to find that smooth, steady, balanced breath on both the inhale and the exhale. On the 5th inhale, gazing forward, lift the heels high. Exhale, lightly jump or step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, ready for chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, arms rise up, send the tailbone down. Exhale, hands to your heart, twice more. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, head, hand. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, keep the elbows soft so you don't jam into the arm bones. Lift on the inhale, engage those thighs. Exhale, down dog, right leg, inhale forward. Warrior 1, press into the metatarsals of the right foot. Exhale, place the hands down. Keep those elbows close to the ribs as you lower chaturanga, then lift into up dog and back into downward facing dog. Left leg lunges forward. Peel the right hip forward, left hip back. And then lower down, smooth and steady. Lift up on the inhale, legs engaged. Exhale, down dog. To find your breath. To re-establish those bandhas, those locks. And to find and consolidate this beautiful pose where we're stretching and strengthening the entire body, Sthira Sukha. Here in Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. Raise the gaze forward on the inhale and exhale, jumping forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Active fold, exhale, using the abdominal lock. Lift back up into your chair pose. And exhale, hands to the heart, Samastiti. Take the hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the gaze, press the hips down. Exhale, jump the feet to hips distance apart. And again, press the hips down, lift the chest up. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, coming all the way down. You can bend the knees if you need to. Take the index and middle finger around the big toe. Next inhale, halfway lift. So finding the length in the spine. Maintain that length as you exhale and come into your forward fold, moving the elbows out to the side, relaxing the head towards the earth, and lifting the shoulders up away from the ears. This allows for the neck to completely let go, so try not to have any tension in the neck here. If your legs are straight, be sure to lift up the kneecaps, so you feel that stretch in the backs of your hamstrings and the quadriceps, or rather the calf muscles. The quadriceps are engaged, so at the front of the leg, as are the knees. On your next inhale, come into a halfway lift. Stay here, move the hands underneath the feet. Exhale, come into Padahastasana, hand to foot lock. Pressing the feet into the hands and the hands into the feet. Using this mudra, this seal, this energetic circuit to allow the prana, the energy to flow through the body, round and round. So rather than losing that energy through the hands and the feet, you're creating this beautiful circuit of energy. On the next inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward, peel the shoulder blades onto the back. Exhale, take the hands to the hips. Use the thumbs to send the tailbone down as you inhale, come up to standing. And exhale, jump the feet together. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Inhale, step the right leg out to the side, about a leg length distance. Turn the right foot to face the back of your mat, heel to arch. Hips are flat, so they're facing towards the side edge of your mat, as is the chest. Reach the arms out to the side, lift the kneecaps up. As you inhale, begin to reach forward, lengthening through the underside of the right torso. As you begin to exhale, start to lower the right hand either onto the shin or the fingertips on the outer edge of your right foot. You can gaze up past the left hand and make sure you have that alignment of wrist to shoulder to wrist. Peel your right hip under, so tucking it under. The left hip, you want to peel it open towards the sky, so it's not collapsing forward. It's really opening up, as is the chest. Strong power in the legs. Use that root lock and the abdominal lock as you inhale. Come back up to standing. Exhale, turn on your feet. Inhale again, reaching, so finding length in the underside of the body. All limbs remain straight. Exhale, lightly placing that left hand down to where suits you in your triangle pose here. Your gaze past the right fingertips. And your breath even and steady. Again, you're trying to spiral your chest towards the sky. Try not to collapse down too much in the hips, but keep the legs engaged as if you're sucking the head of the thigh bone, the femur, into the hip socket. Lift back up on your inhale. Revolve triangle. So exhale, turning your right foot once more towards the back of the mat. Step the left foot a little bit more to the left. So now your hips are square. Keep both legs straight. Take the right hand onto the sacrum. Left arm lifts up to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen forward. Level 1, left fingertips underneath the left shoulder. Level 2, hand on the shin. Level 3, take the left hand to the outer edge of the right foot. Find the twist in the chest, but keep that sacrum nice and flat. Fire up the legs, lift up the kneecaps and squeeze the thighs together. And you can take the right hand up towards the sky. Again, reaching through the fingertips. So press down through the left hand, reach up through the right hand. Again, using your drishti, that viewpoint, to gaze past the right fingertips. And lifting all the way up with control on the inhale. Exhale, revolve triangle on the other side. Hips square, so step the right foot a little bit more to the right, a little bit closer as well. Left hand on the sacrum, inhaling, lifting the right arm up. Exhale, find the length. And when you can't reach any further, again placing that right hand to where suits you best in this pose. It's a tricky balance, so be sure to engage all 3 locks, all 3 bandhas. Mula bandha, the root lock. Uddiyana bandha, your abdominal lock. And Jalandhara bandha, the chin lock, making sure that the neck is an integral part of the spine. And then lifting all the way back up. Inhaling, step to the front of your mat. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, step the right leg out. This time, separate the feet so they're a little bit wider than legs distance apart. Turn the right heel out, flat hips, open chest as well as you reach the arms out to the side. Bending into the right knee, making sure that the right knee stays above the ankle at all times. Inhale, reaching forward. When you can't reach any further on the exhale, take the right hand, the forearm onto the upper thigh, level 1, or level 2, taking the fingertips or palm of the hand to the outer edge of your right foot. You can keep your left arm straight up, so stacking your shoulders and wrists in one line, or you can rotate around the shoulder and reach those fingers towards and beyond the head. Again, open up the chest, don't collapse it forward, spiral it towards the sky. Press down through your left little toe, and then inhale, coming back up, straighten up the right leg. Exhale, turn on your feet. Bend the left knee, checking the alignment, it's heel to arch, reaching forward on the inhale, and then as you exhale, find your position for your lateral angle pose here. It's nice to turn the pinky finger towards your face. That's going to help you rotate in the shoulder girdle here. And then inhaling, coming up with control. Exhale, turning on the feet. So we've got our revolved lateral angle, stepping the left foot a little bit wider, again a little bit shorter, so you can square the hips, bend the right knee, take the right hand onto the sacrum again. Left arm reaches up to the sky on your inhale. Exhale, taking the left forearm on the upper thigh, level 1. Or level 2, you can bring the arm so the shoulder is on the inner edge, is on the outer edge of your knee there. Again, you're keeping the low back nice and flat. Checking with the hand there, and then reaching it straight up towards the sky. Press through that straight left leg, making sure that you're not letting it go floppy, but keeping it nice and strong so you have a good foundation. Also making sure that you've not gone soft at the belly, reinforcing that abdominal lock on each exhale, and then windmill the arms to come back up, and change the feet as you exhale, setting yourself up for our lateral angle on the other side. Revolve lateral angle, left hand on the sacrum, right arm lifts up, inhale, and exhale, coming into your variation that suits you for this morning. Remembering that yoga is a continuing practice. Each day is going to be different. So listening to your body, listening to the signals and signs that it's giving you, and not listening to the ego, which might tell us what we would like the pose to look like and to be, but rather go deeper and explore how you would like it to feel. Lifting back up on the inhale, straightening that left leg. Exhale, step the feet together, Samastiti. Take the hands to the hips. Your right leg, you're going to step out, but just a very short distance this time. Align your heel to heel this time. Your back foot, the left foot, is at a 45-degree angle, so the toes pointing up to the top left corner of the mat. Keep the legs straight, lift the chest as you inhale, expand. Exhale, lengthen the torso forward. So using the hands on the hips to draw the right hip back, the left hip forward. Hips stay square. Squeeze the hips towards one another. So you can imagine that you have an orange between your upper thighs and you're trying to hold on tight to it. This will activate the inner line of your legs and also create that drawing up at Mula Bandha, so activation of your abdominal lock here. Lifting up on the inhale and swivel on the feet as you exhale. Inhale, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and exhale, lengthen forward. So if you feel that you're rounding the back, just bring the torso up a couple of inches. Remember, it's not about trying to get as far as you can. It's about trying to feel as much expansion in any particular pose. That expansion will create a nice flow of prana, which is our goal here. We want the prana, the energy, to be moving freely throughout the body. So creating that space, not using too much force or aggression in the pose, but that softness and balance. Lifting back up on the inhale, and as you exhale, step the feet together at the top of your mat, Samastiti, standing steady. We're going to step the feet out once more, a leg length apart this time, aligning the heels with the edge of your mat, turning the toes in and the heels out, ready for Prasarita Padottanasana, our really nice deep stretch for the hamstrings here. If you need to bend the knees a little bit, if you're a little bit tight in the hamstrings, that's absolutely fine. Tractioning the back by pressing the hips down, lifting the chest up on your inhale, and exhale, coming all the way down. Release the fingertips underneath the shoulders. Flow with your following inhale into a halfway lift. Keep the back of the neck long. Exhale, maintaining that length. Walking the hands so they come in line with the heels. So wrists and heels in one line. Head, again, just relaxing towards the ground. Really letting go here with the head, but still moving the shoulders up away from the earth. Finding your breath. If the legs are straight, engaging your kneecaps and your thighs. Moving the weight more into the balls of the feet, allowing gravity to take you deeper into the pose here. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift onto the fingertips. Exhale, take the hands to your hips. Strong legs. Inhale, come up. And exhale, just bring the chin slightly down if you feel dizzy at any point. Second round, inhale, lift the gaze. Keep the legs strong. Exhale, forward fold. Hands stay on your hips for this variation as we take 5 long Ujjayi breaths. And inhaling, coming all the way back up, using the power in those strong legs. Exhale, release the hands, interlocking the hands behind the back. Press the palms towards one another. Draw them down the back as you lift the gaze on your inhale. And exhale once more. Down towards the earth, moving the palms overhead. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, at the same time lifting the shoulders up away from the earth. Your head still heavy, all 4 corners of your feet rooted to the ground. Your face relaxed. And the breath going down the back of the body. Inhale, all the way back up to standing. Exhale, take the hands to the hips. Final one. Inhale, lift the gaze. Fill the chest and the heart space. Exhale, forward fold, fingertips come on to the big toes. So those peace fingers wrapping around the toes. Halfway lift, inhale. And again, exhale, forward fold, pressing the fingers into the toes into the fingers, to use that to help draw the chest, draw the head closer to the legs and the ground. Feeling that intense stretch on the backs of the legs, but protecting yourself by focusing on the breath throughout. And then halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Lift all the way up, inhale. And lightly stepping to the front of your mat, Samastiti, standing steady. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Observing the sensations that you feel in your body, this energy that you have made come alive by observing, moving through your breath synchronized movement, your Vinyasa practice. Stepping to the front of the mat, releasing the hands down, taking a Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Arms rise up, inhale. Exhale, swan diving to the earth. halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, bend the knees. You can step or jump back, lower through chaturanga, lift into up dog, press the hands, press the tops of the feet into the ground. Exhale, lifting those hips up towards the sky, downward facing. Feeling this newfound space in all areas of your body, and then releasing the knees towards the ground, tops of feet down, and slide all the way back, so crossing one ankle over the other and bringing the feet in front. Taking our forward fold, so coming into a 90-degree position with the legs and the torso. The wrists are underneath the shoulders. Lift the chest. Raise the arms. Inhale. And exhale, using the hips and the core to bring you forward. Relaxing the head down. Breathing into the back body. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, bring the hands back alongside the body. Cross the legs, roll forward, step back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, back into high plank on the inhale. Lower chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Back into high plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down towards the ground. And then lift into cobra, inhale. Push back onto the knees, all the way so the sit bones connect to the heels. Moving into Bakasana, our crow pose. So I'm just going to shuffle a little bit further forward on the mat here. For our crow pose, bringing the hands shoulder distance apart, your index finger pointing forward, so you create that external rotation in the upper arm bones, really bringing the head of the humerus into the shoulder girdle. Tuck the toes, lift the heels, and bring the knees out towards the side, so you're butterflying at the knees, and then take those knees to the upper arms. Really squeeze the knees in towards the arms and press the arms in towards the knees, but making sure that the elbows don't splay out towards the side. From here, you're rocking the weight forward, so the elbows are over the wrists. I'm a little slippy here. We're going to come into our crow pose, so Bakasana, 5 breaths here. Pressing into the tips of your fingers. Gaze slightly forward, big toes to touch, finding that nice rounded back here. Now you can place your feet down, or if you like, you can shoot back through chaturanga. So exhale, feet back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Again, allowing the breath to be full, to be even and smooth. And then slowly, slowly, lower the knees to the ground. Release the heels, and we're going to give headstand a whirl. Measuring the distance of the elbows by holding onto the upper arm bones, and then interlocking the fingers, placing the hands straight in front. So you're creating almost a triangular shape, the elbows, the base of the triangle, and the interlocked fingers, the head of the triangle, the tip of the triangle there. Place your head in between the hands there, tucking the toes, and straightening your legs so you come into a short downward facing dog. Walking the feet up towards the chest, and then you can bend the knees, or the legs might just float up straight into your headstand, Salamba Sadhavangasana. Holding here for 10 breaths. So like mountain pose, the legs are engaged, the bandhas are gripped, your breath is even and steady. And when you're ready to come out, slowly bringing the legs down, releasing the toes. Stay in pose of the child. Halasana for a few breaths. And then lifting the head up and coming back to seated, and then lie back on your back, making sure there's room behind you on the mat for your legs as we lift them up and over into our plow pose. So lifting the legs, placing them overhead. From here, if your toes touch the ground, you can interlock your fingers and wiggle the shoulders towards one another, helping to open up the chest. Place the hands on the back of your back as you lift the hands, or rather the feet, straight up towards the sky here. You can separate the legs slightly, tuck the tailbone, and then bring the legs back together, just making sure that that low back is not collapsing, but reaching up towards the sky. Again, those bandhas helping to keep the body active. Jalandhara bandha is a given here, as you have a nice deep stretch in the back of your neck, but using Uddiyana bandha and those abdominal muscles to create space in the torso, so not just dumping it down, but lifting it up. Mula bandha, that root lock, keeping those inner legs engaged. On the exhale, lower the legs back down into your plow pose, and then come into Karnapadasana, so bending the knees so they come either side of the ears, heels together, wrapping the arms around the legs, behind the backs of the knees. And then slowly releasing, making our way into fish pose, so you can set the arms up as you slowly come down. So the arms come alongside the body, thumb and index finger to touch. As you lower down very carefully, vertebra by vertebra, making sure the elbows are hugged in close to the body. When the legs start to come down, you can bring the elbows and forearms onto the ground. Press into the forearms and the hands as you lift the chest on the inhale. Exhale, relaxing the head back, pointing your toes. Matsyendra, your fish. Inhale, lift the head, tuck the chin, release the hands. Exhale, coming onto the back, cactus the arms, bending your knees. Take the right leg in front of the left and hook the right foot around the back of the left calf if possible, lowering the knees over to the left side. And your gaze to the right. Softening the face, the eyes could be closed as you start to give the signals to your body that it's time to prepare for relaxation. Switch the legs, left leg in front of the right, hook the left foot around the back of the right calf, gently lower the knees over to the right side and your gaze to the left. Softening around the left shoulder. center on your inhale. Uncross the legs. Give yourself a big hug, wrapping the arms around the shins. Lift the head up to the knees, inhaling. Exhale, look to your left side. Inhale, head back to center. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale, head to center. And exhale, slowly, slowly, relaxing into Shavasana, final relaxation. Give me a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. As you lie here on the ground, checking the positioning of your body, feet falling out to the sides, the legs as wide as the mat, tucking the low back, lengthening out the whole spine, chin slightly tucked so the back of the neck is long, the chest open. The shoulders relax, the arms alongside the body with the palms facing up, a gesture of receiving. As you've given so much in your practice, now is the time to utterly let go.